All right. So today we are going to see yet another example of Claude code in action. Okay. What we are going to cover today are a few commands that will be useful for us on a day-to-day basis. And we'll be creating an application, a Flutter application, again from scratch. We'll try solving in some bugs that we'll be making. Yeah, we will be making bugs in the process. And we will actually be making a pattern inside Claude README file to just make sure or check whether Claude follows and creates an application as per the instruction that we have provided there. So that's it. Let's start. Let's see this in action and let's see how Claude code behaves. All right. So as already seen in the previous lecture, while we were actually experimenting with Claude code, that we can actually start up a new terminal and then just type in there as Claude, and then it will actually start utilizing all the organization that we have already created inside the Claude, and it will present us the following information like welcome and what model are we using. So this is Haiku 4.5, okay, that we are using, and of course these are all going to be built from your account as per the number of tokens that you are actually playing with. All right, so it all depends upon how much tedious your process is, how much tedious and reasoning is actually involved in the process while making your application, and depending upon the complexity and the number of tokens being generated by the model, by the Claude models, different models that we are going to see right now, Claude actually charges depending upon all those factors. Okay, so having said that, let's see the different commands that can actually be provided through Claude code. So the moment we type in /, we'll see a number of commands here. Okay, so we have the init command, which clearly says that it is used for initializing a new Claude.md file with a code-based documentation. Okay, we are going to see that in action. We have agents, which manages agent configuration. Chrome, which is just a Claude inside the Chrome settings. So we can check that out. What does this do? Okay. Works with the Chrome extension to let you control your browser directly from Claude code. Okay, so you can control your browser directly from Claude code, and it has provided some information like navigate websites, fill forms, capture screenshots, record GIFs, and debug with console logs and network requests. So a lot of things it is capable of doing when we use this command. So enter to confirm, escape to cancel. We will be pressing escape as of now. We just want to explore a few of the commands. Then we have the clear command, which clears the conversation history. And okay, so the thing that I was actually thinking of showing you guys is about model. Okay, so what does this command do is that it actually sets the AI model for Claude code. Let's see what it actually does. Okay. The moment I hit enter, I will be presented with a few models of Claude. This is the default one recommended. What is this? Which model is being used here? The model being used here is the default model, Sonnet 4.6. And it charges you somewhere around $3 to $15 per million token, and Sonnet 1 million context. So this is Sonnet 4.6 for long sessions. Okay. Opus 4.6, then again Opus 1 million context is for long sessions, and of course the charge will be a little on the higher side of things, this long session ones. So we have actually chosen the Haiku 4.5 just to make sure that we are not getting cut much on the costing side, because we are an enthusiast. Okay, so all of us who are actually watching this video or who are actually trying Claude code for the first time, we are all enthusiasts, right? That's why we are here. So we want to keep on experimenting with things and see the different kind of benefits we get from different products and different scope. So that is what we are going to be checking from time to time. So here I have selected Haiku as a model. So let's select it. Okay, so the model has now been selected to Haiku. Okay. Let us now do one thing. Before we see the other command, let's create a README file. It is claude.md. Okay, and type in here like create other application while so based on the BLoC State Management technique, you can say technique. Okay, all right. So having said that, in the README file, I am saving this file by Control S, and next I am typing this command, that is init command, which is I think the most important command here, and it creates the Claude MD file. Okay. Let's type in this. Let's see what is happening. Since we have already provided a Claude.md file here, let's see what Claude is going to present us with. Okay, it is doing some processing in the backend, and yes. So what did it came up with? Okay, important notes. Always use equatable for events and states to enable proper comparison. Emit loading state. Okay. Before that, it has also done some testing strategies. I think this is all related to Flutter. So it has brought up some Flutter BLoC, latest BLoC library packages there. Okay, key packages, equatable, get it. Then unit test, widget test, integration test. Okay, everything. Okay, and then what it finds is like, do you want to create Claude.md file? I say yes. Okay. However, Claude.md is already there. Let's see what does it does. Okay, so it has it has edited the or modified the version of our Claude.md file with its own, and it is just a extra information on top of what we are providing. So again, project OS, this is a Flutter application using BLoC business logic component pattern for the state management. Very nice, very nice. It has some initial setups. It has some commands for running the application, for building the application, for testing, development tools, as well as the project structure. Very nice. Okay, BLoC. All right, models, repositories, services, pages. Then the BLoC pattern overview, it has also provided us. Event, state, BLoC provider, BLoC builder. What are these? Okay. Then example flow, dependencies. So a hell lot of information is present in this file. Now, the previous Claude.md, what does the Claude code says is that the previous Claude.md only had a one-line description. This expanded version will help future Claude code instances quickly understand the project's architecture and know exactly which commands to use for common development tasks. Okay. Now it is saying to initialize the Flutter project. And what I did here, I just pressed tab to fill in the text that Claude code was suggesting us. And I want to add, like, what kind of application do we want? What do we want actually? All right. I can't think much as of now. However, the scopes are endless. But however, what would be an easy starting point for this? Would be, let's say, yeah, and create a Flutter application with obviously two buttons, let's say two buttons, and two images. Okay. And try changing the image by the click of respective buttons using, again, we'll be summarizing the same thing using BLoC architecture, BLoC state management pattern, state management technique, or better, let's copy what Claude has given us. Yeah, pattern for state management. Okay, state management. Using BLoC pattern for state management. Oh, sorry, pasted text. Sorry, why I didn't type it in the first place. Pattern for state management. All right. All right. So initialize the Flutter project in the current directory. Yes. Now it is going to keep on asking prompts, and you have to be attentive to understand what prompt is actually going to be beneficial for you and what you can skip. Next, it is asking to create Flutter project with valid package name. Yes, very nice. The beauty of Claude Code is that it handholds everything and keep on asking questions to make sure what kind of application do you actually want, or what kind of service do you need, whether it is bug fixing, whether it is testing, whether it is building an application. It is absolutely spot on all those things. Do you want to make this edit to pubspec.yaml? Yes, of course. Cultivating, very nice. Do you want to make this edit to pubspec.yaml? Yes. Okay, do you want to proceed? What it is trying to do is that it is creating assets image directory. So you'll be seeing that assets image directory. Okay, let's see. I currently do not see any asset folder here. So let's type in enter. All right, now it has created assets images. Create a Dart script to generate image where, okay, let's see, it has the main part. And now it is asking to create a Dart script to create image. Yes, let's tell it yes. And now what it is providing us is like, create two simple PNG images using Python PIL. All right. So do you want to proceed? Yes. Blue circle, red circle is the second option, and no is the third option. So of course, create two simple PNG images using Python PIL. Yes. Of course, I want. Let's see the power in action. And we will be there. Hold on, and we'll maintain some patience. Create minimal PNG images using base64 decoding. I think, yeah, that should be okay. Nice for a PNG image. And let's try yes. Okay, so see, two images has been created in this folder. So that is what Claude is doing. Side by side, it is also, whatever it is asking you, it is also creating here. Okay, do you want to create image underscore event.dart? Okay, why is this required? Let's see. Okay, image event is making use of a package equatable. Okay, and it is going to have some classes for show image 1, show image 2. All right, so this is for rendering purpose. So let's say yes. All right, now I see a BLoC folder being created. And do you want to create image state? All right, so now it is following all the BLoC state management pattern techniques. Do you want to create image BLoC.dart? Yes. I think it may be, yeah. It is creating all those events, whatever it is asking us, and we are providing or approving all those things. It is creating side by side. Okay. All right. Let's see. It is also facing some errors, but it is also fixing those problems on its own. So that's a good sign. Okay. Then let's say what it is doing. It is actually borrowing some of the information. Do you want to make this edit to main.dart? What is this edit about? Edit the file. Okay. Update. Okay, writing. Now let me replace the main.dart with the BLoC integrated UI. Okay, I got it. Earlier it wrote a very simple main.dart, and now it is following the BLoC strategy to push forward. Okay, we can see it is integrating every instance of the BLoC fundamentals. Do you want to proceed? Install project independence? Of course, we want to proceed. And photosynthesizing. I like these terms. Okay. Do you want to make this edit to pubspec.yaml? Pubspec.yaml. What happens to me sometimes? Do you want to proceed? Yes. What is this? Install project dependencies again. Okay. So these are the dependencies that it found. Yeah. I want to do all those things. That means adding the project dependencies. Excellent. Let me create a summary document of what was created. Very nice. See, that's again other add-on or a value add that we see while working with Claude Code. It generates a self-created document for the task that it is doing. Create and display project summary. Yes. Okay. Allow it some time. Let's see what will be the next prompt that will be fired on us. Okay, full project structure is ready. Where? Claude to image switcher. Where is that? Okay, image switcher. Does it work on device emulator? Okay, that's my main folder, and this is the project summary. Okay, let's go through it once. Okay, it says Flutter image switcher, a Flutter application demonstrating a BLoC business logic component pattern for state management. What was created? The BLoC architecture files, image event, show image 1 event, show image 2 event, then the image states, image initial, image 1 state, 2 state, then the BLoC.dart. Very nice, very nice. I'm loving it. This summary is pretty informative for anyone who actually wants to get a hang on this project. Cool. So UI implementation, these are the places. 2 buttons to trigger events, image displays with labels, the responsive layout with centered content, and we have the assets. Where are they present? So asset images, image 1 that we already saw earlier. So as inside the asset images folder, we have image1.png and image2.pngs. The blue circle image. Okay, let's see. What is this? Where is that? Okay. Very amazingly, I do not find any thing very interesting here. But it says that it has created two PNGs here. So okay, let's see what it actually will create when we run it. Okay. Okay. Maybe it might be it might add some kind of color to it somewhere in the code. Let's see. Then we have dependencies added like this, how it works, button click. So BLoC flow diagram is also provided to you. Project structure is also provided to you. Commands to run is also there. This is pretty good as a summarization of the entire project. This is pretty nice, pretty informative. Okay, next step, we can do all these things, add more images and buttons and things like that. Okay. Wonderful. Does it works on a device or an emulator? Say, please run it on web. Please run it on the web browser for now. Okay. Enable Flutter web support, yes. You need to restart any open editor. Okay, run Flutter app on the web browser, yes. All right. Okay, so it is side by side, also giving you pretty good amount of information, like how you can run it in background and then things like that. So pretty intuitive. I like it. It is actually a helping hand for any developer or any person who is actually new to coding or who is an expert and professional in coding. They can obviously refer to all these informations to make sure that they stay on track and with the project demands, and always make sure that they are aligned with the project requirements and the project functionalities. That is at most important. Especially at any stage in your software development career, this is very much required, because see, creating an application is one part of it, but when you scale the application, you will obviously face different kinds of challenges. It is not only about bug fixing and finding out inconsistencies in your application, but having got a informative agent like this, like Claude Code, as a senior developer who is sitting just next to you, and if you are coding, it helps a lot. Okay, what does this says? The web server will keep running. You can make code changes and use hot reload to see updates instantly without restarting. Okay. So note, the app is running in debug mode on the local development server. All changes are compiled to JavaScript and run in your browser. I want to see it in browser. Please run it on Chrome browser. Let's see. It should have actually started executing, but if not, we'll ask it again. You want to proceed? Run Flutter? Yes, of course. Topsy-turving. Let's see. Let's allow it some time, and we'll see it in action. All right, there we go. We have something in front of us, and okay, so there we go. That's our application. We have created successfully an application with the help of Claude Code for Flutter, which obeys the BLoC State Management pattern. Okay, so now no image was selected. Let's see, we are selecting image 1, a blue circle. Failed to decode frame at index 0. Okay, there may be some loading issues with the library file. However, we saw that there was no image actually as such, so that may be a problem. And then if we click on second one, it is showing us a red circle and blue circle. Unfortunately, it is not loading the image here, but it is actually doing everything here with the help of the BLoC technique. Okay. Failed to decode frame at index 0. Okay. This is a problem that we are seeing here, and let's tell it, or tell Claude, like we want a answer to this. Okay, encoding error, failed to decode frame at index 0. Failed to decode frame at index 0. Okay, let us ask Claude about it. Please fix this error that we are observing while running the app. which is, what is the error? Encoding error. Okay, just type in the entire error, failed to decode frame at index 0. Okay. Where did our information that we were typing went away? I'm pretty sure I didn't press enter here, but pretty amazing. So that prompt that we are trying to send to Claude Code to fix our error has actually gone away, and it is asking for some other information like create files, image1.svg. Okay, let's see what it is trying to do. Okay, let's see. Okay. Do you want to edit this? Okay, pubspec.yaml. We want to edit this. All right, SVG file, it is creating pretty well. I think it actually read our comment to understand, like, okay, we are facing some problem with the image, and it has actually asked a couple of questions, like whether it should create image1.svg and image2.svg. Do you want to edit main.dot? Yes. Okay. Do you want to make this edit to main.dot? What is this? Okay, so image1.svg. Okay, from PNG. See, that's the benefit of Claude Code. It is also showing you what it is actually doing. It is changing from image1 to image2. Sorry, it is changing from image1.png to image1.svg, which actually contains an image there. Okay, let's say yes. Okay, run the Flutter on Chrome. Yeah, let's see now. This was the problem that we were actually typing to Claude Code. Just let us copy this, just in case if it is not able to compile it properly this time as well. We'll send the command to code again. Okay, so now we are getting something else. Fail to detect image file format using file header. File header was this. Okay, image source encoded image bytes. Okay, and what about this? Okay, so it is again facing some errors. Just let us prompt the Claude Code. Let us prompt Claude Code now. Not see the images being loaded upon clicking the show image 1 and show image 2 buttons. Can you fix it for me? Wait for me, please. It has started doing something. I think it is checking the problem. Okay, why did it went ahead? Okay, so now it is doing some stuff. Okay, what I'll do is I'll try pasting it the same command again to see how the Claude Code is actually going to solve the problem. Press up to edit queued messages. I want to get rid of this problem that we are observing. Let us see how Claude Code is going to help us. Okay, I think it has picked up the problem that we have posted to Claude Code, and now it is suggesting us with something. So do you want to edit the publicspec.yaml? Okay, again. Okay, so updating the pub spec file. Let me make edit to the main.dart. Yes. Let's see. Do you want to make edits again? Okay, what is this? Okay, again adding Flutter SVG dart. Let's see now. Well, do you want to make edit? Make this edit. What is this edit about? Okay, it is changing the child from asset image to SVG picture asset. Okay, let's see. I think this is also a very good complex problem for Claude Code to solve. Let's see whether it finally solves it or not. Want to proceed, run on Chrome. Okay, let's see. Hold on and let's be patient and let our agent do the work. Although I think this is a pretty good chance for the Claude Code to understand what human beings can actually ask them to do. And this is a pretty good example, pretty complex as well at the same time, to make it use its complete brain. Already. So now I think that's a congratulations time for us as well as for Claude Code, first of all, in the first place, because this was a pretty complex problem for it to solve. But however, it at the end, Claude Code has its last laugh, right? So it was actually able to fix the problem for us, and currently we can see an image section, a title of the application image section, the title text for the image, which is being shown like image 1 or image 2, red or blue, and then 2 buttons, and this application is following the block design pattern technique. So of course, this is working properly fine, and I'm pretty happy, pretty impressed by the performance of Claude Code. Initially, it actually was struggling to cope up with the human requirements, that means our requirements, but initially upon 2 or 3 iterations of it was actually able to solve the problem. So pretty happy with the performance that Claude Code has. So yeah, that is all for the lecture as of today. And one more command before we leave. Let's see the clear command so that we can clear the conversations. Okay, let's type in clear. Okay, and I think the it should be able to, as suggested in the documentation, clear conversation history and free up the context. Okay, so I should actually clear the context. I think it will take some time, but yeah, that is all for the video, for this informatic video on Claude Code for now. I think and I hope that it serves as a better starting point as well as a better discussion point for all of you who all are enthusiasts and try to keep on experimenting with new things out in the AI world. And this also serves as a pretty decent example of how you can provide some complex and challenging tasks to your AI and to your agent and see how they actually perform. So yeah, that is all for today. Thank you very much for your time and see you. Bye.